Two companies bought the exact same AI tools last year. One transformed its business. The other barely moved the needle. Why did that happen? New research on enterprise AI shows something brutal. 95% of companies investing heavily in these tools see almost no measurable return at all.
So what's actually going on here? It is not the technology. Every one of these companies has access to the exact same powerful AI tools.
A small group of companies pulled far ahead of everyone else. They are not seeing modest gains. They are seeing 5 times the return their competitors get. So here is the real question worth asking. What separates that small group from everyone else? The answer has almost nothing to do with software. The tool was never what separated these companies. Same software, same market, completely different results. Something else decided who actually won here. Bottom performers chase every new tool release. Top performers build repeatable processes around fewer tools, then train their people to use them well. One group tracks how many people logged into the tool. The other tracks whether decisions actually got better. Only one of those numbers matters. AI produces an output, but results don't happen automatically after that. There's a missing layer in between, where humans review, judge, and decide. Nobody built the habit of managing what AI produces. The tool arrived overnight, but the discipline to run it well takes real practice. 70% of executives call operationalizing AI their biggest barrier, yet only 30% have a formal process and just 20% train managers on oversight. The teams closest to daily work are leading AI adoption, testing tools and real tasks while executives still debate strategy from the top. Companies that fully commit to AI adoption report 30% returns, while casual users see just 6%, a gap of 5 times in value captured. Translation: half measures produce half results. Companies that dabble with AI instead of fully committing capture only a fraction of the value available to them. The skill gap does not show up in headlines. It shows up in ordinary daily decisions, in whether someone accepts, questions, or corrects what the AI just produced. This isn't theory. Real companies already prove the pattern holds. From telecom call centers to pulp mills to global banks, judgment drives the results every time.
At TELUS, one telecom carrier saved 40 minutes on every single customer interaction, freeing agents to solve harder problems instead of hunting for information manually.
That saved time didn't come from the software installing itself. It came from workers who learned to review, question, and refine what the tool produced. Suzano, a pulp and paper company, cut database query time by 95%, turning searches that took hours into answers that arrive in seconds. Translation: speed followed structure, not the tool. Every fast result came after someone defined the process the AI needed to follow before results ever appeared. Danfoss transformed order decisions that once took days into real-time responses, letting judgment and AI work together the moment a customer order arrived. Automation only delivered results after judgment was built into the process first, giving people a way to guide and correct what the system produced. Macquarie Bank cut false fraud alerts by 40%, freeing investigators to focus on real threats instead of chasing signals that AI had already ruled out. Every one of these companies, across completely different industries, shares the same hidden ingredient behind their results, and it has nothing to do with which tool they chose. That hidden ingredient is a 5-step management process, a simple discipline for directing AI, checking its work, and knowing exactly when to step back in. Zapier trained its entire team on AI tools and adoption reached 97%, proving structured training turns curiosity into company-wide daily habit. Translation: people did not suddenly want AI more. The company invested in training first, and enthusiasm and heavy usage followed close behind. So what does that management process actually look like in practice? Here's the 5-step framework broken down so anyone can learn and apply it today. 5 simple steps separate people who truly manage artificial intelligence from those who simply use it as a tool without real oversight or judgment. The 5-step process: define success, delegate the task, review the output, iterate for quality, and escalate when judgment calls for a human decision. Before you open any AI tool, define what success actually looks like. Without a clear target, the tool has no direction to aim for. Delegate to AI the way you would brief a new hire: give context, define the goal, set boundaries. Do not just type search terms and hope. Every AI draft needs a human decision: accept it as is, refine the details, or override it completely. That judgment call is the real skill. The final step is escalation, knowing precisely when to stop delegating and hand a decision back to a person. That boundary protects judgment. Skip these 5 steps, and a better tool changes nothing. 95% of AI pilots still fail to deliver real value. The top 5% did not buy a better AI tool. They already had the same software everyone else was using every single day. What separated them was not the software license. They built people who knew how to direct, question, and manage artificial intelligence inside real work. Translation: the winners treated AI like a skill to coach, not software to install. That mindset shift changed everything about their results. That skill gap, not the tool itself, is what actually separates struggling teams from the ones pulling far ahead with AI. Same tools, same market, 5 times the outcome. The only difference was whether judgment was built into how people used AI. Every company in this story had access to the same AI tools. The advantage was never the software. It was how deliberately people learned to manage it. The tools are already in everyone's hands. What separates the winners is the management layer built around them. Start building yours before competitors do.